Station number 9 of the Way of the Cross is the last stop before you enter the Holy Sepulcher. This is what this video is all about. So, without wasting more time, let us go up to the city of Jerusalem, shall we?
Station number 9. Some of the stations are based what is written on the New Testament. Others are based on tradition, oral tradition. Was passed from generation to generation to this very date. When did that begin? Well, already by the 4th to the 7th century, the Byzantine, the Roman who become Christian, they will have a different route that they have today. They will be from the Gethsemane. Are you familiar with the Mount of Olives? More or less in the east. Then they will come to the west part of the city. It's called a church called St. Peter Gallicantus. From there to here. That's how they did it for 300 years. Then they changed it from the 8th century onto the arrival of the Crusaders. The Crusaders will come in 1099. They change the route. Again, not the same, but every one of them will finish here. When the Crusaders will come in 1099, coming from Europe, they already have developed their own Via Dolorosa. So when they come here, from the 11th to the 19th century, this is the one that we see today. Now, what does this represent? It's not mentioned in the gospel, well, at least in the gospel that we have today, and this is where Jesus will fall for the 3rd time before arriving to the place of execution. So that's what it represents. It's just a column that was placed there, only God knows when. But these traditions are built orally, but we don't have it written until much later time. Now, where you're standing, and where you're standing, this belongs to the Copts. This is a monastery, that is a chapel, so it makes sense that this is theirs. Why is that? Because for them it was much easier access to go from here straight over into the church. But don't say that this to the job, right? Then you want to be their friends. I mentioned to you earlier when we went down that this whole premises, whole structure, if I were to lift this building, will we find a quarry? To prove that, you have to take my word for it because we're not going to go inside. But on your own free time, you could go inside of that chapel, just give some donation to the priest, and inside there is a huge cistern which was plastered around the 4th and 5th century. Why was that? That was part of the old quarry. Look at the sun we have in the sky. We're not going to see one more drop of water for the next 5 months. Jerusalem is a desert city. Right? So when the Byzantines are here, they needed water. So they converted that water, that quarry, into a cistern. Until this very day, there's still water in there. Of course, they have to pump it out from time to time. And that's why all over the city, both in and out, we have cisterns all over the place. Anyone here for Great Britain? No? Jerusalem will have running water on pipes straight into the houses when the Brits will come here in the 20th century. So all this time people depended. So that tells you something. People didn't take showers every day. Right, so now we continue.
All right, friends, I hope you are enjoying this video. If that is the case, then we invite you to do us like. And of course, to share it with others. Guys, I did a video on the introduction of the Holy Sepulcher. For that, I refer you to my playlist. Once again, my name is Aviel. I'm Israel, super guy from here, from the land of the Messiah. Shalom.